A lot of times I don't talk about cultural issues on my channel, things like movies, TV shows, music, etc. Not because I'm not interested in those subjects, I just think there's some people out there in social media world that are much better than I am at commenting on those things. But every so often there's a moment when politics and pop culture intersect. Unfortunately, it's happening a little too much these days for my taste. But laying that aside, have you heard about the latest controversy regarding Jason Aldean's song, Try That in a Small Town? Don't know anything about it yet? Hang on, folks. We're going to get into all that in just 1 second. My name is Brian Trippett. I am your front porch conservative. Step on up to my electronic front porch and let's talk. Here's a little backstory on this song. About 2 months ago, Jason Aldean released as part of an album a new ballad called Try That in a Small Town. Song kind of moved along fine, no problem. Well, on Friday of last week, the video for it came out. And as with most people in the country music industry, the video was being played on CMT, short for Country Music Television. Over the weekend, however, controversy broke out, and by Monday evening, CMT confirmed to various media outlets that they had made the decision to take the video out of their rotational playlist. But that sort of begs any number of different questions. What is it about this song that's so controversial? Well, let's get into that. We'll start with our first article that I've got pulled up related to this from USA Today. Take a look at this. Headline: CMT pulls Jason Aldean video. What to know about Try That in a Small Town controversy. Now, I tell you what, this headline just irritates me. How dare you try to tell me what I want to know? I'll decide what I want to know. You tell me. If you can't tell me, point me to somebody else who can. The arrogant presumption of journalists. But I digress. Anyway, getting back to this. Article written by Morgan Hines and Marcus K. Dowling. Country Music Television is no longer airing Jason Aldean's music video Try That in a Small Town, which sparked criticism after its release on Friday. The TV network pulled the video from rotation, a CMT spokesperson confirmed to USA Today in an email Wednesday. The network stopped showing the music video after Aldean, who survived a mass shooting while performing in 2017, faced backlash for the song, which many perceived as being in favor of gun violence and lynching. Not long after the video's release, online critics highlighted the song's lyrics as emblematic of songs heightening gun violence and lynching sentiments upon many in his rural hometown fan base. A little further into the article gives some of the lyrics. I'm not going to read them yet, but let's go to some of the comments. Now, there is one paragraph before we get to the comments. Viewers also noted that scenes in the video were shot at the Murray County Courthouse in Columbia, Tennessee, where a black man named Henry Choate, 18, was lynched in 1927. The site is also where the infamous Columbia race riot occurred in 1946. Aldean took to Twitter to reject the criticism, sharing a lengthy statement on what the song means to him. Quote, while I can try and respect others to have their own interpretation of a song with music, this one goes too far, he wrote. Let's see. Here's what to know about the controversy surrounding Small Town. Aldean's released his Try That in a Small Town song in May, but dropped the video Friday to promote the single. Okay. In the statement associated with the release, he said, quote, when you grow up in a small town, it's that unspoken rule of we have each other's backs and we look out for each other. It feels like somewhere along the way, that sense of community and respect has gotten lost. Deep down, we are all ready to get back to that. I hope my new music video helps y'all know that you are not alone in that way, feeling that way. Go check it out. It was pretty intense. Jason Aldean Abruptly ends concert after suffering heat stroke. Okay. Now, here's what the critics are saying. Shannon Watts, founder of gun violence advocacy group Moms Demand Action, said on Twitter that the song, quote, is an ode to a sundown town, suggesting people be beaten or shot for expressing free speech. That's pretty powerful. It also insinuates that guns are being confiscated, the penalty for which is apparently death. Watts returned to Twitter on Wednesday to celebrate CMT's decision. Singer Sheryl Crow also spoke up on Twitter. I'm from a small town, she wrote, addressing Aldean. Even people in small towns are sick of violence. There's nothing small towns or Americans about promoting violence. You should know that better than anyone, having survived a mass shooting. This is not American or small town like. Okay, that's the controversy. That's what's going on. Now, I've got a few things to say about this. When something like this comes up, my first reaction is not to listen to the critics, not even read the newspaper articles about the controversy. Let's just go right to the heart of it. Let's find out what's in this song. Let's see if we can look at this video and make some determinations for ourselves. And that is what I want to allow you, the audience, to do. I'm going to show you what the lyrics of this song say, and I'm going to show you the video to it. Now, I can't play the music, obviously, because that's a copyright strike via YouTube, but I will show some of the images from the video, and they are very interesting. And then I'm going to have some comments after we're done, and then we're also going to take a look at, what has been the effect of all this. So let's go to the lyrics of the song, and let me show you what they are and let you make a determination for yourselves. This is from Google. Try That in a Small Town, song by Jason Aldean, which, by the way, he did not write this song. There were 4 individual songwriters who wrote the song and gave it to Aldean. Aldean liked it, went ahead with it. So here are the lyrics. Sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk, carjack an old lady at a red light, pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store, yeah, think it's cool, well, act a fool if you like. Cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think you're tough. Well, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here, we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't try that in a small town. Next verse goes like this. Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're going to round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck. Try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here, we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town. Full of good old boys, raised up right. If you're looking for a fight, try that in a small town. Try that in a small town. Try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here, we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town. Try that in a small town. Ooh, try that in a small town. Okay, that's the lyrics. I have some questions. Can somebody please explain to me how that is pro-lynching? How that is pro-gun violence? The hell? What the hell did you? I have a question for these critics, Sheryl Crow and all the rest of you. Did you even read the lyrics to the song? Did you even read this? I mean, I'll go back to that part about guns. I'll put it back up here on screen. Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're going to round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck. Okay, I am from the South, and let me tell you, gun ownership is probably, short of God and family, one of the most important things to Southerners. And also in that vein is being able to pass down to children and grandchildren as heirlooms firearms, be they pistols or rifles. The sentiment that he's expressing in that lyric is not uncommon, I'd argue, not just in the South, but anywhere in the country. It's a heritage issue. What's the problem here? He's not saying, go get an Uzi and go spray shooting up a neighborhood on a Saturday night. He's not talking about going out and doing harm to individuals. He's not talking about any of that. Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're going to round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck. That's it. And again, I've read through these lyrics 3 or 4 times today. The devil if I can figure out how this is somehow pro-lynching. Believe me, I am from the South. I know these stories. Maybe not all of them, but I know enough of them. Where is the pro-lynching lyrics in this song? I don't get it. So let's go to the images from the video, which, by the way, I mean, not that I'm any, critic of music videos or whatever, but for my part, I thought this was very well done the way they did it. So I'm going to put this up here, and I'll have some rolling commentary as it goes along. You see a clock at a courthouse, you see the members of the band. The images that you see in the background are taken from real life news reports. Watch up there. You see the things they're putting up against the face of the courthouse? Those are real life reports from CNN, MSNBC, other places. I mean, store cameras that catch, thieves coming in. I mean, you got a woman there, she's flipping off the police. Here's a woman that, you just saw it a minute ago. Somebody's trying to light a flag on fire. These images are real. It's not someone's making this stuff up. This has happened. Now, I'll pause this for 1 second and make an observation. I think part of why people on the left are mad about this song and mad about the lyrics, the video, is because this is what happens when you hold a mirror up in the face of people on the left, liberals, progressives, whatever you want to call them. They don't like seeing what their policies and their ideas have wrought when you take and apply them fully in cities around this country. All this video is doing is showing them the news reports, images from the news. That's it, along with, a very well done, well produced, music video. So we'll just go on a little further with this, keep on going and have some more commentary about it. But, I mean, look at this. There's nothing Aldean is doing here other than showing people images and reports from the news. I mean, look here. You have a store being vandalized. You have riot gear police. Again, all that he's doing, all that Aldean is doing in this video is holding up these images to people and saying, hey, don't try this stuff in a small town. We look out for each other. Not a good idea. Don't do it around here. And that's what he said in his response to when he introduced the video. It came out last Friday. But again, notice the imagery. There's no pro-lynching in this. There's no anything other than, like I said, holding up a mirror and letting liberals and progressives see what their policies have wrought. This is the violence. This is see there's an example of a good Samaritan trying to take a guy down. In fact, I'll back that up a second. Hang on. Let's see if I can. Yeah, here it is. Watch that. I'll do that one more time. See? Probably people have seen this clip before. 2 robbers come into a convenience store. Watch what happens. He takes them down. This is the kind of stuff Aldean is talking about in the song. The idea of community. Now look, I'm not here to defend Jason Aldean. He's a big boy. He can do that himself. But this criticism over this song is absolutely ridiculous. This is stupid. And here's gets to another point that I'd like to bring up. Here is another perfect example of the left proving their hypocrisy and intolerance. This response to this video and this song is what Viva Frei calls confession through projection. They confess on themselves that which they project upon other people. The accusation they make, you're bigoted, you're intolerant, you're racist, you're for gun violence, yada, yada, yada. Yet where Where is it? Where are we seeing these images come from? BLM riots, Antifa, other places around the country. And what is Aldean trying to promote in this song? The idea of community, that neighbors help each other out. That's all. And for that, poor guy's almost getting crucified. Now, in the midst of all this, now all this really started on Monday when they took the video down. What's happened since then? You gotta love the Streisand Effect. Give me 1 second, folks, and I will pull this up for you because I think you're going to get a kick out of this. I really do. This is from the New York Post. Headline: Jason Aldean's Try That in a Small Town tops charts despite, quote, pro-lynching controversy. Again, there's no lynching in this song. There's no lynching in this at all. Perhaps no press is bad press when it comes to Jason Aldean's controversial song, Try That in a Small Town. Aldean's headline-making hit occupies the #1 spot on iTunes Top Songs and Music Video charts as of Wednesday evening, despite accusations that it's racist and, quote, pro-lynching. The song, which was released May 19th, has over 3.8 million Spotify streams. Over on YouTube, the music video, which dropped Friday, has 1.8 million views. It also holds the #4 spot on the site's trending music videos. For my part, I want to congratulate Jason Aldean. I want to congratulate his band. I want to congratulate this young man for having the guts to put this song out. To me, even though it's a different era of country music, he's got the bravery of a Chris Christopherson or a Willie Nelson or a Waylon Jennings or any of those good old boys from back in the day, the original outlaws of country music. I don't think Jason Aldean was trying to be controversial. As a matter of fact, he probably had no idea that these events had happened at that particular courthouse where they were filming the video. Yeah, I'm sure that he and the director were like, let's see if we can go find a courthouse somewhere in Tennessee that has had a place where they've lynched people and had race riots. Oh yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what Jason Aldean was thinking. Okay, you twerps out there on the left, get the hell over yourselves. This man has done nothing wrong. You got a problem with what he's doing? Go look in the mirror. You're the problem. He's simply exercising his rights to free speech as an artist, and your continued intolerance is on display. You don't want to have a discussion about the things he's bringing up, so you'll label him racist, you'll label him anything you need to do just so you don't have to face what he's talking about in the lyrics to that song. You are the hypocrites. You are the racists. You are the ones that do not want to bring people together. You're the ones that are being divisive. And you should get called out for it. But that's what I think. What do you think about it? As we start to wrap up this video, please do me some favors, as always. #1, if you're not a subscriber to this channel, please do so. #2, please leave a comment below. It would really help me out a whole lot. #3, please share the video around. I'll take all the help I can get spreading the word about this little channel. And #4, please give me a thumbs up. My name is Brian Trippett. I am your front porch conservative, and I'll see you next time.